What up, YouTube? I'm Paul. This is Ta&Co. Back at you with another video. So, for this video, I'm doing the top three winners and the top three losers from day one NBA free agency. Now, you guys already seen what's at the bottom of the video and who's playing. So, I'm gonna do winners, losers, winners, losers. And you guys have somebody else that you felt like I missed or somebody that I didn't get. If you guys don't agree, please let me know. I will be trying to roll out more of these videos as free agency and off season kind of rolls along. So clearly, with the number one and who I think as the winner, clearly of free agency so far and probably throughout the whole thing will go to the Brooklyn Nets. These guys came, they got everybody that they want. They got a center, they got a forward, they got a guard. They picked up three amazing players, two guys which we can guarantee will go to the Hall of Fame by the time this thing's all said and done. Clearly, we have to watch Kevin Durant, see how he comes back from his injury. But look, man, we've seen what Kevin Durant did just on one foot in that one game. I'll take an 80% Kevin Durant. This is the same team that basically went to the NBA playoffs last year without D'Angelo Russell, but they still got Kyrie Irving. It's just an upgrade by themselves. Even if you just had Kyrie and nobody else, that's still a major upgrade. So clearly, the Brooklyn Nets will take this winning spot first up. My first loser. Come on, you guys already know who it is, man. It's the New York Knicks. All right, we seen Stephen A. crying yesterday. My brother was probably crying along with him. My brother's a Knicks fan. And the Knicks, they rolled the dice. They rolled the dice. They gambled. Why I don't gamble. They went out. They tried to get who they wanted, and they didn't get nobody. They traded Kristaps. Now we already know Kristaps wanted to go. He didn't want to stay, so they kind of felt like they had to do what they had to do. But rumor is that they did not want to offer Kevin Durant the max. And as you feel like you gotta do what's best for your franchise, and you gotta do what's best for your franchise. And a lot of players, a lot of people did not agree with that. Me being one of them. The Knicks have been bad for so long. Even if I get Durant just to come sit on the bench and get some tickets, at least he can bring in another star. But to say that you don't want Kevin Durant being bad for so long, I would at least. But that is just a rumor. Now, clearly, the Knicks didn't get anybody, and what's even worse with the Knicks is the fact that they went and they picked up not one, not two, but three power forwards just in day one of free agency. They picked up Bobby Portis, they picked up Julius Randle, and they picked up Taj Gibson. They did pick up a guard earlier this morning, so I will put that on that later. But you guys are pretty much just kind of filling roster spots at this point, and I don't see any mesh. I don't see anything working out, and clearly you guys are just going to be another bad team for another year, another couple of years to come. So once again, I'm sorry to the New York Knicks fans. I'm sorry that you guys kind of have to keep putting up with this, but at some point it has to stop, right? My second winner that I had, and I don't feel like too many people are actually talking about this, is the Utah Jazz. I feel like they were another winner in day one of free agency. They did have that trade from Mike Conley a couple of days ago. Now they did go and pick up, to me, well, with Victor being out, this guy was the best player after Victor on the Pacers. They signed him to a contract offer. They did trade Derek Favors to the Pelicans for a couple of draft picks. They did get rid of, or they didn't get rid of Rubio. They didn't resign Ricky Rubio, but they still got a better point guard than Mike Conley. They still got Donovan Mitchell. They still got Joe Ingles. They got a another guy who can really score the ball. His guy averaged 18 points last year. They did pick up Ed Davis, even though they don't have Derek Favors, which I always felt that the whole Derek Favors and the Rudy Gobert, the whole mix didn't really work quite well for me. So to me, and they're still working on it. They still got their best player on a rookie contract. So this is something I guess to look out for. These guys have made the playoffs back-to-back years, and definitely I think they're gonna make the playoffs again. Probably do a little further of a run. Now, do we have them winning championships, anything like that? Clearly, no. But these guys have always worked really well, and I think that they're a winner so far in day one of NBA free agency. Second loser, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. It hurts. It hurts, but I have to be honest about this. I have to be honest about this. The Timberwolves didn't pick up anybody so far. The Timberwolves to me have been pretty bad, and it sucks when I watch teams like the Denver Nuggets get as far as they do, and I watch guys like Carl Anthony Towns. They talk about how he's probably one of the best bigs in the league. a couple years back. And if you're going to start a team, who would you take to start that team? If we were talking about Carl Anthony Towns, and we're winning 30 games, and we're not even coming close to playoff contention. Um, Also, you guys had heard Carl Anthony Towns was actually looking, and he had been talking to D'Angelo Russell to try to see if he can come that way to Minnesota. But D'Angelo Russell, he's a restricted free agent, so he didn't really have that say so, and he ended up getting traded, like I said earlier, to the Warriors. So we lost Taj Gibson, which isn't that big of a deal. We lost Derrick Rose, which I actually want to keep Derrick Rose. I love him as a six man coming off the bench. We do know he's injury prone, but at least if you can manage his minutes, you can come off the bench, give you 15 a game or something like that. I would at least love to have Derrick Rose and bring some fans into the seats. We still got Andrew Wiggins, which I hope we find a way to kind of get rid of that contract. I feel like this team is probably looking at, I don't know if I can say a rebuild, but with all these other teams getting better, these other young teams getting better, and we're just kind of staying stagnant. I do hope that they kind of find a way to kind of fix this and get some key pieces around Towns before it gets way too late, and then he's asking for a trade somewhere down the line. So it hurts, but I gotta give you out the facts, man. So that's what I got for my second loser. Number three goes to the Golden State Warriors, and I know you guys were like, "Wait a minute, how they lost?" They lost KD, but KD had that say so. They did lose KD, but at the same time, they went back and they didn't just kind of sit on their thumbs and go, "Oh man, we're down and out." They went up. They picked up D'Angelo Russell in that trade, but then they kind of made a trade. Supposedly, it was for cap space while they got rid of Andre Iguodala, but I think it's otherwise. I don't think it's really because of cap space. That's what they're saying. But I feel like he went on the Breakfast Club. He had made a couple of comments. If you guys haven't heard, and I kind of feel like that was probably the reason why they got rid of Andre Iguodala more so than just cap space. But the rumor now is that they're saying that at some point later in the season, they might actually trade D'Angelo Russell probably when Klay Thompson comes back, just because maybe it's probably not going to work. We're just going to have to sit back and see. But if you can get Klay back, I guess trade him and probably use him to get more pieces. And also, you remember they have to make space for Draymond Green at the end of next year because his contract is coming up. So I don't know if they're actually going to trade him, but as of right now, that is a rumor. But to me, I have him as a winner just because I feel like they didn't stay stagnant. They still went out and got a really good player. They're still gonna at least work towards the playoffs before Clay even comes back. And when he comes back, he can actually be better. But this also gives them the chance that they can actually hold Clay out longer than possible if they have to. That way, when he comes back, they know that he's guaranteed, he's 100% healthy, and they don't have to work him back in. So I do love this pickup a lot by the Golden State Warriors. So that's my number three for the winner. Now my last loser, and last for this video, is the Indiana Pacers. Now the Indiana Pacers, I feel like, are more so losers, not because of the decision that they made, but just luck. They did lose probably their second best player when Bogdanovich kind of walked out and went to the Utah Jazz, which I was a little surprised to me. A guy like that, I probably thought he would have probably came back to his team, probably got a little bit more. I'm not sure too much if maybe they offered him less and they offered him what he wanted. I'm not sure exactly if that's why he went, but that one was a little bit of a shocker to me, so I'm actually a little bit surprised to see that. Now they did get a signing trade for Malcolm Brogdon, which I think was a great pickup. But then remember, they just lost Darren Collison. Once again, they lost Collison not because of their mishaps or anything, but supposedly Collison left for his faith to kind of work more so on his religion with his family and focus more so on that. They did also lose Tyreek Evans earlier in the year with the whole drug substance issue. So that is something that you guys kind of have to watch out for and how they're going to come back. So that is something that I definitely want to see myself, and how is that thing kind of going to work out for the Pacers, especially working Oladipo back from injury. But once again, guys, this is just for my day one. So by the end of the week, by the time free agency is over, maybe these things might change. They might get some more key pieces, make a couple more trades, and we might see how things kind of unravel from there. Also, with all these highlights that I am using, they are not mine, and I will put them in the description below so you guys can go check them out yourselves if you would like. Let me know, guys, what you guys think. You guys think there should have been somebody else that I'm missing? You think this list is correct? You think this list is off? This is kind of just what, my opinion, what I had for day one. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll be back with another video. Thank you, YouTube.